Meanwhile, South Carolina is also expected to begin feeling the effects of this storm by tomorrow night. People there are, well, doing this. Boarding up windows, putting out sandbags, all in an effort to prepare for the worst. Roughly 1.5 million people have been ordered to evacuate thus far. Errol Barnett is in Charleston with more on the preparations. And, I think the story behind you really does tell the whole tale there, Errol, as this South Carolinian jewel really battens down the hatches.
You're absolutely right, Josh. And in fact, this has been happening all over historic downtown Charleston. Dave here is actually helping out the owners of this establishment, which has been under one family's control since 1890. For those of you who have been here before, you'll know Hyman's Seafood and Aaron's Deli is kind of a social landmark. Well, everyone here waking up to the news that Charleston here is now part of the hurricane watch zone, the northernmost region of the United States, preparing for Hurricane Matthew. And so businesses here have been boarded up. Folks headed out yesterday after the governor ordered a 3 p.m. mandatory evacuation. Some 10,000 sandbags have been filled and distributed as well, and that's in addition to the 1,100 National Guard troops posted here and around the state. As we came in to prepare for hurricane duty, we went to one of the few open supermarkets to try and stock up on supplies, and I can tell you that the shelves for water were completely bare. One employee telling me that they had some 6 crates of water delivered Wednesday morning, and by 11 a.m. they were all gone. So it does appear as if folks here have stocked up, hunkered down their businesses, and headed to higher ground.
And with regard to the heading to higher ground, we earlier today heard Florida Governor Rick Scott say in very plain language, you need to get out now. Anybody in an evacuation zone needs to leave. Because you could be among those killed, saying, unfortunately, this storm is going to kill people. I know Governor Nikki Haley there has also ordered a mass evacuation. How is that then going, and what exactly is being done to allow it to remain as smooth a process as possible?
Well, Governor Haley seems to be taking every precaution possible. As we were coming in along I-26, that's the main interstate into Charleston, there were thousands of cars and trucks and vans trying to get out of town. One thing they did yesterday after that mandatory evacuation at 3 p.m. is they reversed the entire eastbound section of the freeway, and it really was a sight to behold. There's about 100 miles between here and Charleston along the coast and Columbia. They reversed the eastbound lane completely so that it is now currently essentially a 6-lane, one-directional route outside of the city. They've also deployed an entire fleet of school buses, some 300 of them, which will help those without vehicles get to the some 30 shelters posted around the city and state as well. So every precaution here is being taken with the understanding that this storm could make landfall here in about a day, at least as a Category 2, which would carry some severe winds and heavy storm surge and cause damage. So you want to avoid as much as possible the loss of life or injury.
Indeed, as people really there behind you do continue to prepare for the worst. Errol Barnett in Charleston, South Carolina. We do appreciate, of course, we do hope you'll be joining us throughout the day here on CBSN.